So when they were going from point A to point B, and when the captain went out of the cockpit for a rest break, the first officer maneuvered the flight mode annunciator panel to altitude changes without making any altitude changes to see how long it would take, how far it would take, and how high he'd have to be to hit the Alps. So the next flight, though, is when the new captain came in, and the FO locked him out of the cockpit and continued with the maneuver that killed 142 people. So we know it's a murder-suicide, but he was definitely struggling with personal issues, unmasked depression, and has some relationship issues and anxiety issues. So for whatever reason, he decided that was his way out. Again, I don't want to speculate with Air India, but we do know that we have peer support programs, especially in the U.S., are able to help people who self-disclose problems. But also, the cool thing about peer support is that if you fly with somebody who's struggling, maybe agitated, irritable, seems a little off-center, a little bit depressed, we can ask the question and say, how you doing today? And talk about this. And then if he or she says, I'm not doing too well, then we certainly provide them the resource. Here's a number you can call. As a matter of fact, the union for the company we work for, on the back of the union badges is the crisis number for Project Wingman. So here, call this number and the resources are there to help you. The thing about that, we don't know if the person is going to call the hotline. So what we will do, you can call the peer support hotline and say, hey, I flew with a guy who might be having some issues. Would you call them? And we've done that. We've cold called. Hey, Steve, we heard you might be some things going on in your personal life. We're here to help you. No harm, no foul. We just know that you're having some issues. We want to help you. And that diffuses a lot of situations pretty quickly. And a lot of pilots at that point, they do self-disclose, I'm having some problems. I need some help. So we look out for each other. We're each other's wingmen. That's the benefit of having a very viable peer support program at your airline.
How were those calls received from your perspective?
Cold calls could go either way. Sometimes the person could be pretty aggressive on the other end of the phone, but we're trained, the peer support volunteer trained to de-escalate pretty quickly, to bring you at ease, build some rapport, and get you talking. So we really haven't had somebody just hang up the phone on us. They have talked. If they don't want to talk too much, we just say, hey, here's my number.